Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, is this really my life? Or is it just a shadow shaped by society, expectations, and a body moving on autopilot? I never asked that either. Like most people, I was running, wake up, go to work, smile on social media, try to be the good one in every relationship, and then sleep under the weight of a silent exhaustion. I believed that this was life, that this was success. Until one sentence destroyed my illusion of truth. A single line by Carl Gustav Jung, just 10 words. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. And for the first time, I realized I wasn't awake. I was dreaming. And the scariest part, I didn't even know it. Since childhood, we're trained to focus outward. Get good grades, get into a good college, get a good job, car, house, partner. Then you'll be fulfilled. But Carl Jung had a different truth. He called the outer world the persona, a mask we wear to show the world what it wants to see. You ever notice? You act one way at work, another at home, and someone entirely different with friends or family. Every place you become a new version of yourself. But the question is, who are you when no one's watching? Jung said, in the noise of the world, we lose the voice inside us, and that, he believed, is the greatest tragedy of modern life. Inside each of us lives an unconscious mind, a place where our fears, pains, desires, and denied emotions get buried. He called this inner darkness the shadow. And this is where the real journey begins, the journey within. I still remember. Everything was going fine. Work was good. Life was smooth. But inside, a question was screaming. Do I even know myself? So I started reading Carl Jung, Krishnamurti, Ramana Maharshi. I began journaling, meditating, facing my shadow. Sometimes it was terrifying because the truth isn't always easy. But slowly, my identity wasn't shaped by the world outside. It began to emerge from the peace within. That's when I knew I was finally meeting myself. Jung never said the outer world is wrong. He simply said, if you only look outward, you'll always feel incomplete. The outer life, our roles, relationships, service, is essential. But its roots lie in the inner life. And when those roots dry up, nothing outside stays green. Your outside world is a mirror of your inner state. If your soul is restless, even success feels empty. If your heart is anxious, no applause will ever be enough. So, what do? We begin the real work, shadow work. That's the process where we finally meet the parts of us we've been avoiding. Anger, jealousy, fear, shame. The parts we suppress to be accepted. Jung said it best. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. True awakening isn't about being good. It's about being real. When we embrace the parts of ourselves we've rejected, we become whole. According to Jung, life's deepest purpose is individuation, the integration of the conscious and unconscious, the persona and the shadow, to become your full, authentic self, not controlled by society, not ruled by emotion, but free to live from the center. You don't need to escape the world. You just need to return to yourself. You can have thousands of followers on Instagram, but if you don't know your real self, you'll always crave validation. You can hear a million claps, but if your soul is silent, those claps are just noise. Jung reminds us, you're not what happened to you. You're what you choose to become. Most of us live as prisoners of our past, our pain, our failures, our broken relationships. But beyond all that, there is a you, unlabeled, undefined, and waiting to be discovered. That's the real power of the inner life. It gives you the freedom to choose who you want to become every single day. And yes, it's scary, but it's also liberating. So I leave you with this. Are you living awake or just dreaming with your eyes open? Carl Jung believed the time to go inward is always now, because your true self is not something you find in the world. It's something you remember when the world becomes quiet. We live in a world that glorifies being busy. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. And when we're not working, we're scrolling, consuming, comparing, performing. But no one tells us that the most powerful transformation doesn't happen in the noise. It happens in silence. Jung understood this deeply. He saw that people were over-identified with their roles: the achiever, the caregiver, the provider. But beneath every role is a soul, longing to just be. Sometimes I wonder, are we achieving life or are we escaping it? Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Think about that. Every pattern we repeat, every toxic relationship we tolerate, every fear we suppress, they don't disappear. They guide us quietly, invisibly, and we call it destiny. But it's not destiny. It's neglect of the inner self. Healing doesn't start with affirmations. It starts with awareness. It starts the moment you say, I don't want to sleepwalk through my own life anymore. Now let's be clear. Inner work doesn't mean isolating from the world. It doesn't mean renouncing success or shutting people out. Jung didn't want us to escape life. He wanted us to live more authentically within it, to play our roles, but not forget our soul, to love deeply, but not lose ourselves in others, to express, but not impress. That's individuation. It's the art of being whole, not perfect, not polished, but real. Awakening isn't a one-time moment of clarity. It's a daily decision, a decision to pause before reacting, to feel before judging, to listen before speaking. Some days, you'll fall back asleep. That's okay. But once you've tasted awareness, you'll never be satisfied with numbness again. Because once the soul starts to whisper, you can't unhear it. So maybe today is the day you stop and listen. Listen to the part of you that doesn't care about likes, promotions, or applause. The part of you that only wants truth, peace, and meaning. Because that part, that's the real you. The you beneath the masks. The you that doesn't need to perform. The you that's been quietly waiting for your attention. Carl Jung didn't just give us ideas. He gave us a mirror. And now it's your turn to look into it, to meet yourself, and finally, to wake up. If this touched something deep inside you, like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more journeys into self-awareness. Your presence here gives this message power. Thank you.